ne nimdeɛ ɛwɔ Ghana adwumayɛfoɔ apɛdeɛ nsɛmu ɛna ne nimdeɛ wɔ amanyɔsɛmu enti nsɛm na ɛda apono no so nyinaa no ɛnyɛ nwanwa sɛ nnɛ da yɛne no ahyia ɛwɔ ha wɔde ne experience ɛne ne nimdeɛ ɛbɛboa nkɔmmɔ no His Excellency Sampi Yale yɛmoakye wɔ akɔaba
Kwame Minkah do not then.
Yamina Darma.
You see much like
you Happy birthday, Bill. Some men in Yadia.
Of course.
Yadiafa. Many would do birthday boom.
Yes.
17th May.
I realize that. So as people were wishing you birthday,
yeah.
Every birthday was power. And power never wished me.
Oh, I did.
Happy birthday. You did? Okay.
Yeah, pa. In fact, they're dedicated shown on that day.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
that's great.
That is how much we revere you.
Thank you, sir.
So my head.
Thank you, sir.
18 and then come on here, sir. Once we do one, no two be nothing. Ghana for who baby I was here. Yes, I see free. Recent registration exercise here. Yabeura, a year voter transfer. And no be because of IPAC. A bumper say you bet me a year marriage Jibril. No, but to work a cradia chair because NDC for commerce and be so. Emma easy chairperson with their life. Marriage Jibril baby change much. So registration exercise now based on observation. Abana we here. You could transfer more. I could say amount.
Come that's it. Registration in. From the library era. Even today, Uncle Four over there one register.
Wow.
For various reasons. You need the Electoral Commission not doing them Ghana only in Kran Kumasi. So there are certain villages we walk over to move to the next town. The whole journey is location there. Umfi village no unto Kwanbaya 46 kilometers. District capital. We are in Pocona to District capital on Kohoda. Now on registration. Immediately you are putting a bar between the person and his right to
see the coin.
Yes. The say me fan say Power FM say mumuncha uniform regiment. It means that the management is prepared to pay for the rest number. The constitution gives every Ghanaian 18 years and above and of sound mind.
Yeah.
Unfortunately, we don't place emphasis on the sound mind. It will be registered and employed, normal. So that's the first, if you read about the representation of the people in the Constitution, that's the first clause.
Okay. Your Excellency, would him also my boss say BBC or IPAC and Ra. Now, Mammy tell the tech. Now, for member and that twa a background now will lay nothing what in common so my manager, bro, your deputy director of elections, Emma NDC Amayo Kono, and BBC at IPAC meeting, easy fray and Swana. And no one come on here, baby. Manager, bro, you're watching Wakaba. Nana, at the end of the year, NDC Mukoshe, easy chairperson, Jimensa, Ebufua, na, and Kaya Koye, Akasa say. And I'm saying Ebufu.
Oh, coming, yes, I'm going to share. That's the IPAC in draft. And General Legacy was a successful IPAC meeting yesterday. I share both registration issue, transfer issue. I share more. I think that all of us as a stakeholders, we came to a good conclusion. Said, moving forward, there are areas we can improve, there are areas that can be corrected, and maybe I'm already so about Mama so. So I think that the IPAC yesterday was good.
Now, a dear potty and a mukache. A year, Jim Mensa, Nasa, Sembay, and a Mubusa Jim Mensa, Nankanibuya free.
Oh, you see, when it comes to IPAC, issues will raise, tempers will raise, but at the end of the day, what you want to achieve, overachieve. There are issues about 35 questions in the Oman Electoral Commission. Now, the initial most of the activity 35 questions, but the later more reason is issue now I can want them on our court. But yes, I can say 35 questions. Any now I court. A beer court or not, they can deal with it, court issues. But the end court today technical issues that. Yes, I bet now what system not ever was it. I did a bit one. Then also Moshe. Finally, the only due to Moshe. On the ever court on the lawyer. The American water affect because they were court and they will allow it to be there. The air affect say a court every system. They will admit it and then all of us will look at all those things. Like I say, at that point there will be yes and no issues, but I don't think we are resolute on our issue to achieve what we want. But I don't know the 35% there has been admitted by the Electoral Commission now.
And the idea of putting in questions anymore, ASR serial numbers now more sheno. With me, Ebuamo, Emamo, Enyanoa, Amama Kumatomo Yamana.
Oh, Indra, as I said, I was about Indra, the Electoral Commission. I'm here to say, yes, serial number of the BVRs, no. Now I want to say, I say, yes, serial number, no. I think the IT officers there misinform other Electoral Commission. And almost someone beside you. Say, you manufacturer's number. Yes, it's a serial number simple. And I'm going to say, I feel almost about here. I hear a and how be up. I'm almost. And see, like I want to send them out. Like I went to make you back, like I'm my intent. But when you did, they will give it to the political parties now. Like I said, also, NDC has fought a good fight when we were active for the issues, you know. Our opponents came out and said, I didn't see serial numbers, you know. Who is for Serbia, but now Electoral Commission has debated and said, the NDC is no, the price one.
It means that the serial numbers see Ebemamu.
But okay. Nobody may bet check it.
It's a horror community. When you have any Nepomasibre, it will be a Tiasia. I and where you more common in Meboa.
I think the Electoral Commission has coming to that understanding. It's a stakeholder engagement. And that is what we are all talking about. I don't know, Electoral Commission. So if they don't see us as a opposition, I think we will all grow. Every democracy.
Okay.
And anything that will raise for the electoral issues, we don't do issues. We raise issues that are meaningful for the success of our electoral process.
Okay. It is Abra yes transfer exercise in Arsenal. And no man bang I would want to match tumor a bebwa exercise in Wabra ye quainim.
Okay, a dear to muka pa a war exercise way more. Bako and say, Ofasia noa, a new agent, but your brave issue say, a dear ye, about what say, yenya agent, or sent away. So that Yentimi as Junina or Biania say, almost transfer on a question of new ones on my GC, to Muse and Pa, and Jabwa. And the only star communication member of officer. I'm a agent, the many agent, or center home. Two. Also, a man, Lanka first, almost say, like actually being beyond or to be transferred. But also, Mrano Pa, almost would be GCA, almost being transferred. Even almost would be 2023, almost being transferred. Because Imran said, I was saying, over now, the what so did say will be a postu in our test. Now, well, I could talk to Medina. You should be in Medina for 1 year, and so much more transfer of vote into Medina. And I said, Kwame Minkah, what did you Kwame Uti put out with your channel? Yeah, other conferences. And see, within 1 year, what you call over Trano. Ordinary city resident, area. To be transferred, area now, over transfer. You should be registered 1 year before what you mean a transfer or register or vote. And the almost transfer this time around, and almost within 2020, and which much transfer or more friends into new constituency now open. Now, for the transfer swap, or class out of the say, maybe I would say no, show light bill, what are the tenancy agreement we say. They said, Mitia, and I'm fear Mitimono, the documents they say, Anna Miti. And I do me, the employee agreement that one, obviously, now you transfer about the new area now. We are talking about all this because in Kofobi, I imagine because I'm open numbers, Ninki. I'm not going to say I'm from Akropon, Accra, just to come and transfer into that one. That's why we're not accept. I don't know if that transfer no the embassy. I know embassy, but agents will be at the same time. Yes, sir. On the office of the amount transfer for the day, no, some list. And about transfer issues now. Yeah, in idea to even though yeah, in agent at them, but Buama system no age me, you know. Yeah, in idea to Mulika Committee, yeah, Mama agent, transfer. So, Omamuto Mudin this year, no, Omun to transfer. Accept students and security personnel.
Well, Madi, Yevazia and Kayano, Wabra exercise no air coson, you have a bunch, na a woman, not you know. Edi nkomo kopim se beba na wiye na ya sanso abo echi me da se ba Mari Jibril, your deputy director of elections Emma NDC Amayokoro, your excellency Sampi Yale wutie Mari Jibril la na che se omuni easy crampo etima aya adwen won no ma hodo mu titiri serial numbers in semi kra a man woman to join the registration exercise as entiasia bi asase ye adwuma is that a good sign?
Let me comment on that first. It appears to me that the Electoral Commission raises unnecessary tension. And I'm pretty sure that 35 questions now in this will resign.
Yeah.
They did not take their time to read it. Because Mekan Cannon, I didn't see any controversy or the Oman Munala or Bayer issue. Hey. Except there were some ulterior motives. And suppose say, this is once bitten, twice shy. As a political party, the NDC had, over the years, grown to understand the modus operandi of the EC, especially in Mensah's EC. The NDC has grown. I just say Kotoko. Kotoko you say that now,
that's right.
And it will grow skin now, what you need to do. Now, the NDC has never been this critical under Afarijan and the former EC because him say he will do what is right according to law. But this EC has continuously shown say they are not to be trusted and let me explain why. You know, you printed last year 2020 ballot papers. No?
Yeah.
NDC for first assigned Bibiana Omkoyeno. Amate, the former director of elections, send some people to the printing houses.
Yeah.
There and then they will say, "Ya baggy some ballot papers. Omukana 1 million plus. Now ballot papers, no business say, what they call him? Say, oh, we anticipating said there will be a runoff. But Amate is a very smart person. And the business say, if there will be a runoff, how do you know the candidate that will come?
Wow.
Then the second issue will be, say, candidates, 6 in a better a runoff, and I say, make a 2. Now, some more printing ballot papers are containing all the pictures of the various candidates. So it cannot be that for runoff.
And this is 2020.
Yes.
Wow.
1 million. Then Wuntumi and his cohorts were also arrested in Kumasi. Case in for this Ghana police here, I don't know. They were arrested in a hotel with pre-printed ballot papers.
I know you're 2016 and now 2020.
Both. I'm talking about both elections. But these are the practices that have gone on.
Sure.
And then so you see exact case in the, like I said, minimum be ekusi. But the law is clear. So Obia you mentioned say what they set documents in and now yes, committed a crime.
Yeah. Also running in it.
Then the Electoral Commission, without announcing to the political parties, just injected the regional coalition centers. At the time, he knew that the NDC was not prepared for such architecture. What you say?
Wow.
And now, OMDBT NDC. So, as the NDC was receiving numbers from the constituency, ECD, it was being routed through the regional coalition centers. And we found out that these two numbers were not actually matching each other. That's another here. The other thing I hear institution is that for the first time in the history of Ghana's elections, the electoral commissioner announced election result more than 5 times. And the other thing is that when you said there are no man answer, electoral commission, not pressman, yes. But this time, James was announcing from a secret location. So, a number one Nana and this was no. We've been losing elections, but I'm saying, baby, the young putty structures in place.
I don't think I'm money.
Of course, only a fool who is beaten twice. You're a fool one first time, you are beaten second time, once beaten twice time. But above all, the team of Manebwama that is now currently on the election, I think I must praise them and salute them. I got convinced beyond all reasonable doubt to say, now we have got the right people at the right place. Because before even Omanebwama was sworn in, Onemade was sworn in, they were asked to meet FEC. And at that meeting, they give an elaborate program, a presentation of what they want to do. And I was overly convinced that these are the people who will do the work.
It's what you say.
Of course.
Of course. But what about ECI? You know, raise. They said you can say you know raise unnecessary tension. Again, you mobile with the two acquaintance said be NC. Should they always take IPAC meetings?
Well,
answer the BBC about.
We wrote to the Electoral Commission. Say these are our observations over the years, and it's communicated into 35 questions. What the EC, if it was minded to solve the problem, was to put a team together, review the questions. Like, we are away. No, but it looked like they are microphone crazy. Hey, Anna, Obi my press conferences. And the other thing that made us very scared, he said, presidential election, or NDC, no. Yeah. I was there that morning around 3 a.m. The EC officer made a mistake in the numbers.
NDC, no.
Yeah, NDC, wow. We're making a mistake. Come NPP for elections at Stadium. You also made mistakes.
Yeah. And recent registration also.
And a recent registration. So we are dealing with an incompetent bunch of officers.
My recent registration was say Cora draw no here instead of Excel. And into the Cora
draw your calculation. Cora draw your calculation. Micro me BBC. I won't use Cora draw for calculation. Cora draw the at work nearly. What a naive explanation. Which proves to say the ICT department of the Electoral Commission is so porous and so bankrupt. Because nobody will use Cora draw for calculations. So that excuse me there. Oh. What has been happening is the EC allots or allocate numbers. For 2 kahun, 4 kahun, 7 kahun. You may be now 100%. And we have seen this before. And now Unkai. Especially in the Ashanti region. NDC votes now, they allot numbers. Into my part, so why statistics power? When was a number to be twins? 22, 24, I thought 25, now about 20. Now, so around the same number in the NDC Vunya Washanti region. You know, so we have studied all this. We have got researchers. Here with me now, know, we won't allow the EC to take us for granted one more time. Okay, so that is why we salute the Madi Jibrins and the Oman and the team, Yaira Koku and the rest for vigilantly, you know, protecting the NDC's interest.
And another interest, I'm for Bompire say labor unions bit more protecting. To my friend Japadi, who tells ya by Anamutu just or person de ma Ura Brian a champo under 5 minutes. Say, would you was asking me, and in here was a sitabri.
And Grofobibri mentioned SSNIT, without knowing what the SSNIT means, what it stands for. The SSNIT means social security. What I say?
Yes.
They would work to ensure social security. And they say, pensioner or retirement, being sure the security. Would also ensure the security. Indeed, it would have been the best opportunity for SSNIT to say, let us protect the workers by looking at the establishment now at the area activity so that the workforce will be there. You understand?
Yes.
As establishment to egu about egu way not reduce workforce both for TUC and for the trust.
Okay.
Again, it's an insurance. Apart from being a social security, it's an insurance company for the state, for workers. So the SSNIT used to have that unemployment benefit and others because they wanted to provide insurance. Why do we take insurance? We take insurance because when somebody is in trouble, insurance companies comes in.
That's right.
And above all, it's a trust. So, have you seen SSNIT almost someone logo? That is the essence and meaning of SSNIT.
You're holding it in trust.
Wow. In relation to what is happening at the Bomo hotels, the properties of SSNIT, and yes, SSNIT management in there, and yes, SSNIT body for there, they are holding it in trust for the workers whose contribution make the SSNIT. And in the law of trust, say obey bibia, say obi ayawol amanema the money susa. And we are trustee.
Yeah.
So in trustee.
That's right.
Me and my will no Maria Mons, we are trustee. Say for here, you have no right to do anything that's inimical to the interest of the beneficiary. No. Are you following what I'm saying?
No.
No. Wow. That's the trust aspect of social security. I've worked all my life, 38 years in the SSNIT, and I know what I'm talking about. I've held various positions. Now, why SSNIT collect money? Say, Sikananya bind you. Me Juma Power FM. And the Power from El Case. Sam, we are Juma tell say bon who buy Uba Kokra to me Ember Studio. And as I come to Ember Studio. I remember old age who buy. And as I obey invalid, I remember who buy. So, Meti Usikanibi. Let me see be as also. Let me see Scanibi as also. Right? That money does not make SSNIT money, government money. It still belongs to the workers. So the workers are the beneficiary owners of the SSNIT. Right? Have you understood it this time? Now, so if SSNIT collects the money, then they have to invest. So we invest out, we bring interest. Now interest no what to me elevate your pensions, retirement. Now Ghana hano, you must need for coin and woman your foreign investment. You are in the same market to say everybody. Now in everybody's market in Ghana, what are the investment security? Treasury bills, government bonds, right? And now SSNIT the phone put the one more right there. They can invest in commercial properties.
Okay.
So here, 24 Kusi Dansoman Estate, Workroom and others. so that one, it was giving, for instance, shelter to workers.
In fact, affordable housing a war a year as so called man
Yes.
at the point.
Yes, it is not just a double investment.
Yeah.
One we invest in the housing sector so that workers can get accommodation, so that out of the renters,
Contribution, yeah.
that also included the hotels now, around 76 to 79. The SSNIT management, them were not mad. No more madam say, Yensi, and I say, Yensi La Palm Beach Hotel.
That's right.
Yensi La Elmina Motel. No more madam. But they looked at the investment threshold and said, if we invested in hotel in Elmina, you'll be hearing feedback. It's a financial return. All right. Now, tell me, who in Ghana can appoint the most competent managers apart from beyond SSNIT? SSNIT, as an institution, can any institution boast of top managers than SSNIT? So if SSNIT is saying, say, one more investment in La Palm Beach, La Beach. Let's say one more young managers, no man there, then that is a callous management approach. Callous. Because when you say human away and your papa there, workers need there. So your appointment must be that which yields returns. I guess our papa here, MPP Penintine, do I managing director? No. Are you following me? Now, they decided, say, one beton, one shares.
That's right.
Now, certainly this would have gone to cabinet because they can't take that decision. One more cabinet, they will take this decision.
Okay, cabinet, a man penyaso.
Until one more why do you want this SSNIT shares? So your retention is right? Then they will also ask, what are you looking for? Maybe I'm a strategic investor. What kind of strategic investor are you looking for management of capital injection? They will ask all these questions. And whilst asking these questions, Brian Champon as a cabinet minister is sitting there. Are you following me? So in law, we say, Brian Champon has insider information and would be engaging in insider trading.
That's right.
Which is forbidden in contract. What I say? I'm going to have my contract, me a BB. Obani, yes. And I want to compete. You can say, oh, you hold the 5 cities. Right? The some of the 30 cities are and you hold 25 cities. Who will present the cheapest?
So I did me hoping to.
Yes. So what catch up and say one fan yet to
what channel?
Maybe go to 35.
Yes.
30. So also catch up and say go to 25. What one test of 5 cities.
Yeah.
And the minimum ban one and the price no lower. Just because of what?
When you info ahead.
So if SSNIT goes shout and say, hey yo, Brian give the lowest quotation, whatever it is now. It's because Brian is in the position to receive information.
Because we're a cabinet minister. Wow.
Now, there's a decided case in law that established the responsibility of a trustee. And that law, question here, Hitch and Sanford, 1796. And the woman establishing that law and say, of all the people in the world, the trustee is the person who cannot benefit from the trust property.
Then what's it trying to say?
Just say, SSNIT for ton womoka. Alogo womoton womoka alogo. No member of staff being a trustee should be able to buy any of the cars. Especially because he can say, Kano, for the court transport, then the court transporter. I need say I want to say time. Fancy a boss, Muntu horn, Muntu navigator, na and your junk. Meanwhile, try navigator idea to do in I want what they say. Into a talk and 3 days, not what they can, we're printing out the can. That is why the law of trust is very strong on the relationship between the trust and the trustee and the trust property. Brian Champon is a minister of state, isn't it? Is he not a trustee of the state property?
Yes. By virtue of the fact that Minister
of State. You know.
Yeah.
The president is the trustee of all that we have.
That's right.
And his agent is Brian Champon.
Yes.
So in law, no, Brian Champon is prohibited from participating or enjoying in any property of SSNIT.
Wow.
By law. So state in the country. Your other lawyers. So I've given the case of Kitch and Sanford. Right. So apart from insider trading, apart from the fact they say being a cabinet minister, he has stopped as a trustee from participating in any such deal.
That's why, yeah.
And unfortunately, now the NPP has become the official mouthpiece of all the nonsense of government. All nonsense of government. I can give you about 20 examples, but I'm interested.
Yes.
Yes, we buy a pet at a call meeting. I've got a copy of their communication briefs. One, project Brian Champon as an astute French hotelier. Right? That the SSNIT companies were not doing well. And SSNIT was looking for strategic investors. One. How long has Brian Champon operated a hotel?
Yeah, this is since 2019.
2019.
Yeah.
How long has Lapan been there?
Achapa.
Right. In between Brian Champon and Lapan for no. Why not? Eso was swallow ubi.
But is it not about expertise and I say
expertise ben as SSNIT phone to me and rent it. And in this particular case, you know, SSNIT had rented some South African companies that no one manages our hotels. Lapan, for example, we are mentioning them because it's very easy to do so. They had posted profit about 179 million. Let Brian Champon publish the
Rock City
of the Rock City. Rock City, half of the year is empty.
And your Kowa,
it's empty. And now, when we move forward, say government function be allowed to say parliament. So, if they can publish the turnover of Rock City, no, they can disprove me say Rock City by management and expertise and by turnover is better than others.
You bring it survey and the next topic. Say you have a solution, real solution about Ghana and yet my phone now. I mean, yet the president take us workers, Equasia, labor and employment minister, and on about Ghana.
But maybe the TC has revises on that. But that is not the solution. What the president should do immediately is to cut the sales. Brother Champon said property and yes, SSNIT management there. And yeah, Osafo for banner what one there. So stop. Right? And I don't want to add to my legacy of greed and incompetence. I don't want to add to that legacy of greed and incompetence. Say it was in my time and as SSNIT property and this is a Toma.
Yeah, Winipa.
I have heard a very porous argument trying to go back, say, oh, Atua Hoy we need eto
Merchant Bank, yeah.
Wait a minute. Atua Hoy intervention in the Cape Coast Hotel was not when the hotel was ripe and then doing well. It is when the hotel was being reconstructed.
Okay.
So he took the risk in the reconstruction. Brian Champon, has he taken the same risk? Has he taken the same risk? Say, Lampam, no, in any case, since when there's somebody say, I mean, because we are about there, we are about there, and we actually jailing me. 2016. Also 2020, we are about there. Right? Right? Who went to me, you assume me there and say, you found him.
Of course not. I mean,
you defend yourself.
Yeah.
Let me state an analogy where one's crime cannot be used as a defense for another person in court.
Crime is crime.
Crime is crime. So if when the rest committed a crime or something now, it cannot be used as the reason for your current crime.
Would they justify?
So I think if you ask me a solution, they should halt sales. They should diagnose the problem. If it's a managerial issue, government should appoint top-notch managers. Let you appoint top-notch managers. Look at it. If it's financial injection now, it has the capacity to inject. You know, La Palm Hotel, virtually, who are Bruchana, who La Palma, virtually every day is booked. This is not a hotel in distress. When in Labadina, and do you know Elmina Hotel? Yes. Elmina Hotel. I am happy that my chief, Elmina Chief, said, look, if you want land for another hotel, come, I'll give you land, but not La Palm, Elmina Motel. Because it's so iconic. The people.
Very well. Okay, Yanko, the next topic. And it's our topic, you know, of course, you do come out throughout the week. Godfred Dame versus Mr. Jakpa, Richard Jakpa. A whole tape, and then come out, a course between Jakpa and Godfred Dame. And this is a manukono. Ebe bomb, I'm saying, you know, Tia Munsem. Your Excellency, would you know, a Pemosai issues are for raising, send nam and community. Godfred Dame for the human tuono. They kwaso ana.
Some say, how did I take it? I mean, you're I didn't think that this government for 7 years, every day, there's a new scandal. Have you discussed one issue twice a week? Yeah. Every day, there's a scandal. This is daily scandal government. You hope not the idea. You SML. Going now with this week, you.
Yeah.
And Makofa will so. What are the facts? Professor Amos decided, say, he was going to import trained ambulances. Now, on mining Nisika, so finance was a million obia supply ambulances now. Trenches. But Banese was car near Trenica. Yet, scanning you know, no, ya cra.
And this was around research, you know, global economic
recession
meltdown time,
yes.
you know, 2008,
yes.
2009.
And that time, that Ghana ambulance was only 20. And then, one day on the book of Baye, and we have created imported ambulances. Citizen, my friend say, Kwame, what hurts me? Pani say, so one more yaria, it won't quite butchery. Now, ambulances here cry for the poor man. It's our Air Force mess one, Air Force station one. All the ambulances are standing there 7 years. Nasan Campo. So when we saw be a bokrono or humpa, Chinipacro, none in the na ambulances on Fama a earphones you sweat. Do you remember Uniado Vance?
Yeah.
It's a state house or Air Pro.
Yeah.
Brand new hospitals on wheels is all Air Pro. The same thing, and I think Atenase should be arrested immediately. Hey, let me explain. You came and you became the minister of works and housing.
And housing, yeah.
And now who will say, Saglamino, there's a problem with it. What do? You take the problem off and allocate the houses so that you can get money to continue.
Yeah.
The houses that were 75% complete, you know. What and Crawford so what deteriorated. So who should be arrested for the state of the
exactly, yeah.
That's why I say you should be arrested.
It's obvious.
This is a clear causing financial loss to the state. But of course, if they were doing that so that they can sell it to your cronies as they attempting to do that, that will happen. However, to die 75% complete. Who do you Crawford no gum on the mission? Chum never there. So those houses are there. And look at them. $200 million. And I Collins that and you come more court, you know. Yes, sir. How much did you spend on the cathedral?
I'm quite above that.
How much have you spent on the cathedral? The ambulances are there. Rotten for 7 years. On my year, the same people before, sir. What do they think? Say, money or money, they can do anything. It's
Jakpa Bamu saying.
Jakpa then says, Prof, the moon is coming and somebody here and for more supply ambulance. They were bringing them in transit. And according to the MPP, you know, they found let there be a seriality. They didn't give authorization or whatever it is. Finance Minister said Tekpe has gone to court. Say, I gave the authorization for the payment. Professor Mills gave authorization for the procurement of the ambulances. So where is the issue?
My agent so to home for.
So where is the issue?
Yeah.
Ambulances now any exist. And now your problem was with authorization. Minister of Finance has said, I give the authorization. President Mills is superior than Shariahiti, isn't
right.
it?
Yeah.
The President Mills, by the records, he gave authorization for the procurement of the ambulances. What is the interest of the Attorney General? If you have a government that reports in a State of the Nation address the number of people they are prosecuting, the number of people they have jailed, then we have a chronic problem with our judicial system. Yes, because this Attorney General who is reporting since when? Since the time of Van Lai, since when did we ever report people who have been are being prosecuted as part of the State of the Nation?
Is it not an evidence that what they say? When a Juma medie, if I know my fuck it as an prayer, wrong.
If they are using that as corruption, then they have a lot of questions to answer. Right? Because Kwame, you know, sir, a person is not guilty until proven guilty. Yeah. So if you lift that prosecution and use it in Parliament, it turns out to political persecution. Mm-hmm. And indeed, what the reporters called. Look at Opuni, Casey, 7 years old. 7 years. And the woman court up and down. Meanwhile, our cocoa production has come to 570 for 1 million. Yeah. Right? So whether the thing was liquid or the powder, I don't know, it take your money 7 years. The number of times and the state resources you use on that trial. The same thing with this Atu Forson's trial. Yeah. If the case is about authorization, the authorization has been given. If it's about who permitted it, permission has been sought. So what is the issue?
I guess it's up to the judge to decide. But what at the end of the year, informs Godfrey Damia was uncommon. Yeah.
Godfrey Dami. He is not to behave, say, still in the chambers of Akufo-Addo, but he's still behaving like the chambers of Akufo-Addo. And he has forgotten, say, he's the number one lawyer, right, of the state. What is the essence of justice in the Constitution? Justice emanates from the people. The sovereignty of the state is in what? In the people. And we have got an Attorney General and Minister for Justice. No, so yeah. Attorney General and Minister for Justice.
That's right.
Whose duty is to give everybody a shade of justice. And indeed, decided cases of the Supreme Court, it is not the duty of Attorney General or a prosecutor to ensure, to force a Obi. So a prosecutor, for example, who was drawing the attention of the Supreme Court, a judge said, oh, the maximum penalty for this crime is 25 years. And so, look at the crime, we should give the maximum. The court rule said that wronged justice. Because, you see, your duty as a prosecutor or a lawyer is not to seek for the incarceration of innocent people. And it's better for one innocent man to be set free than for criminals to be, one innocent man to be in jail. Yeah. It is worse when one innocent man is in jail than 500 people, criminals on the street. Yeah.
So what do you say? What they attempting here,
right? But this is a Attorney General who, according to the report, has gone beyond. When a case is before a court, nobody discusses it. So what is the business for Attorney General going to the house of a Supreme Court that you discuss? Whether he was invited or he went there by accident. Kwame, my first Bremshi, Ubaya no abeto o girl bia won ne jai. What do? You walk off. That's and that's what person tenants near casam. Yeah. And I mean, yeah. If you are minded, someone person can you just walk off. When the Supreme Court here Atenase, Judge Atenase several times, knowing well, according to your own words, the accused person were related to the judge. So why do you go there?
And that's just again I was sure.
Now the dangerous aspect of it that person of the politics era assembly say the Attorney General calls the witness 45 minutes before a court session. When him say accused evidence. And say we have an Attorney General who does not understand the law, procurement law, and was thinking that letter of credit constitutes payment. And for the first time, I heard an accused person educating the Attorney General.
Wow.
An Attorney General, if he was not being mischievous, or in this case, he was being mischievous, say, no, don't say it that way. Because if you say the way I am telling you to do it now, it will not harm your case. That is coaching. Coaching, and no lawyer is permitted to coach a client, and that's even another client, a friend, a client of a lawyer. The worst part of it is I mean, some can come in for lawyer.
That's right.
Only one some can come for lawyer. All right. The state lawyer, any Attorney General, and now a person for Tajos, sorry, as his lawyer. Not so. Once the lawyer has announced himself, whether he has appeared or he has never appeared, once his name is recorded, no, you cease. You are prohibited, you are stopped from dealing directly with the accused person. Right? Now, so if you are telling the accused person, say, what can you say? What Godfrey Dami wanted to do was to make Japa a hostile witness.
Hostile witness here.
Just say, when they at force in the SSNIT trial.
That's right.
Right. So he wanted to get something from Japa so that he can use it against Atuforsen. Against Atuforsen.
Wow.
And he went to the extent of coaching Japa. And even
Davis who say he coach no.
In fact, I was one of the MP.
Also, so I'm ready when he's
oh, now say I'm ready for me. You could not quarter. He did somewhere the Sanko appeal court. What Frank Davis said, I don't want to put weight on it. But I'll come to the MPP's room before you close. Time was back.
Yeah.
Now, Kwame, the Attorney General not only attempted to pervert justice, but was also inducing the Japa, the accused person, to commit a crime. This man has sworn an oath, right? So we can correct record.
Yeah.
Now, Attorney General catch and say, one can excuse you to say what yare. Right?
Yeah. Okay.
Now, what kind of a say, hey, Miss Rowe, me kwaji papa no, mama no ya wasan you should bench warrant against him. So no problem, I would handle that.
Wow.
Okay, that's another conspiracy to commit a crime. Another worst form of it. AG office na nyawdia. Never mind say Obaba Association Conference. I know I permit. I know I treat AG. Oh yes.
What treat
AG? Yes.
Wow.
Oba no obedi di Muhammad Temsa. You are traveling. The AG's office is not made up of only Godfrey Dami. There's a deputy
Attorney General. Yeah.
And there were several senior lawyers. Into who can answer what they will brief number or deputy. We see, because you are conspiring with Japanintino, as some person one can intino. Shine, Mammy and Quabridge, Yenimra. Now, Yakokot.
It's Petriari.
This is what we are dealing with. And the MPP, as usual, has taken to defending Godfrey
Dami. Yeah.
So when we say that Godfrey Dami is a political Attorney General, but
also more tiny into the
you're saying.
So a young man, I will rise it. What person will say no?
Attorney General, even though we know that is his practice, style of practice, we know. Look at how people were jailed for the kitchen coup. Kitchen coup. The evidence near there from and Martin Pewu was my law mate at the law school. I believe him when he says something. I catch you say, Massa, Agboze, what is the evidence against him? You know what Attorney General is elected? Was say, we added Agbozo so that the case, we can put weight on the case.
So the bear case in the bank here.
What do you mean?
Wow.
So for 6-7 years, Agbozo had to go to court, the UN appointment, just because you want to add him to make your case big. If we have an Attorney General like that, isn't he dangerous?
Well,
if NDC is in government, then we had an Attorney General who was doing that against an MPP government member.
Now, General Legal Council here, day. Bar also here, day.
I'm waiting for the Ghana Bar Association. Where they say, free leave, because what has happened now, it's against the Ghana legal system. It's not about the dummy. Investors coming to your country, judge, the quality of
justice delivery.
Yeah. Is this quality? And then OBB internet doesn't sleep. OBB internet, I don't know what kind of Ghana. Odami has breached his laws. He has breached his role as a lawyer. He has disgraced this country and brought this country into disrepute.
But Mampenine Musu lawyer. Also names Anomaya. Moka was a Una
Kwame Minkah.
Anna
Una Kwame Minkah.
And yet you didn't no.
Joe Martin. Una knew no, but the time I war agenda on. I showed you the life history of the president.
Yeah, you did.
Okay, he's alleged to have trained in the in France. France, common law. He's alleged to have trained in France. Yes, sir. No, French school. Electoral command entrance of Ghana.
Now, in Scotland, they all Britain.
In Scotland, personal. We are apprentice. Who office clerk? He said lawyers here, maybe work clerky. File we. Yes, I will law no mukakra. Those days, no lawyer found those in the attachment. But in Ghana, before you become a lawyer from a foreign country, you have to go to the Ghana Law School for a period of 6 months.
Okay. But my point is, at the end of president in Yemfao.
Oh, president, your whole attorney general. Yeah, in fact, the best the president can do is say, kakra, na the same way. So we are, my dear Odami, I know your integrity will be intact. So you step aside. President, so I love letting you become my dear Odami. Now, because according to the evidence, Jakpa has still more information.
Yeah.
And I sit here, that IG officer, he can distort or destroy evidence. So, President, so love letter, my dear Odami, I know your integrity will be restored. Come on.
Says one dress I create, no Odami Koso yet, Attorney General Minister for Justice. Nizuza, so Magana,
I've told you the first. How for one more? Yeah, no, you know more from say. What do know about me more from say? Clearing agent.
A clearing agent, yeah.
This adds up to his title of the first president to be accused of being a clearing agent. We put the with this case, mobile customs. One year clearing agent get mobile customs. If the president is minded of his oath of office to protect the integrity of this country now, immediately he has to act on it. I have a Ghana Bar Association there. I don't know what they are going to say. But Kwame, cast your mind back 2015, 2016.
Yeah.
What would the Ghana Bar Association have said or done if this was under Mahama?
Statements that come should be press conference come media engagements.
What would Samuel Kujato, the member of the Council of State, what would he have done?
Yeah, General Legal Council.
General Legal Council.
Also.
Well, not as a person, what would he have said? General Legal Council, we are all waiting for them. But they have really put the judge in this case, in serious trouble.
Judge.
Because if the judge goes on to the case, now Odi Asem, Yamin that part. A friend said, what are Ghanaians going to say? Oh, a better justice.
I said, the DNA was easy.
One, the president should immediately interdict
because of the judge.
No, because of the and then, if possible, change the judge to take fresh evidence. Because now it appears to me, say, all the previous evidence now, Attorney General presented, were perverted. That's what it appears to me. What I say. And then in banking sector, we are cashier, we are 20 cities. I get 20 cities in the but the propensity to do westerns. If the Attorney General is Shakespeare then says, if gold rust, what would iron do?
And on the question, Your Excellency, Bedo Ase, and Obre, our Yama and Nano Pena Fish and Chichibune, and Chicha with the Abeka, yet and common home. Nina, Tizadi Abeka to Sanzano. Pa, she, and you ready to see, bye bye.